What is up, students? Welcome to your first lesson in geometry. I know you are super excited to get going. So, you know what? Let's just jump right in. The first lesson you're going to be learning about is lesson 1.1, points, lines, and planes. Our objective is just so you are able to name and draw points, lines, and planes. Makes sense. That's why the name of the lesson. So let's just get started, okay? We're going to talk about a little bit of vocabulary. The first thing you have to know, this is the most basic thing in geometry. It's called a point. And a point is just a location, fill this in with me, in space. And a point is named by a capital letter. Now, what do I mean by that? A location in space? Well, let's go to Google Maps. Let's just Google Maps something, okay? Let's say we go to 455 Southern Boulevard. Southern Boulevard. That's where our school is, okay? Now, if you look, when we Google Map something, what's that right there? That's a point. It's telling us our location. So, an example of this would just simply be this. That's a point. And that's the most basic thing that we could have in geometry. Now, when we name it with a capital letter, all right? So, we just put that right there. The only way to name a point is with a capital letter. So, if I were to name that, I would name that point A, okay? Capital letter. The second thing we could have is a line. A line is an infinite number of points, infinite. Now, if you don't know what infinite means, that means it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and extends in opposite directions, okay? So these are just infinite points that extend in opposite directions. It can be named using a lowercase letter, okay? A lowercase letter. And please, I hope your handwriting is better than mine. Or any 2 points, okay, on the line. So you can name it with a lowercase letter or any 2 points. So this is what it might look like. Now, I'm not going to draw it myself. I need you guys to take out a ruler. I got this kind of cool thing working for me right here. A line would look like this. Boom. Looks good, right? That's because I got that tool. You need to take out the protractor, they're in your little supply boxes in front of you, and use that right there, all right? And we'll just put 2 points on it, because we need 2 points to name this line. And you know what? We could also name it with a lowercase letter. So let's put a little lowercase here. We'll call it L. So let's name it now, okay? We're going to name it over here. There's 2 ways we can name this. We could either call this line AB, and so we put AB next to each other, and then we put this line over it, and we have to put these arrows. And those arrows show that it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever in both directions. We could also call it line L, with the nice little lowercase l. Okay? Oh, what just happened there? All right, moving down. A plane. A plane also consists of an infinite number of points, okay? Which forms a flat surface, okay? So a plane would be like a wall, a tabletop, anything like that. Now a plane can be named using any 3 points, okay, on the plane. So if you have 3 points, you got a plane, or it can be named using a capital letter. But usually, this is written in script, okay? So let's draw this, okay? It might look like, you know what, I'm going to use the tool. You guys use your protractors, draw something nice and pretty for me. I'm using this sweet little tool over here. Oh, let's draw this right there, okay? And we need 3 points, so we can name it. Let's put a point here, a point here, a point here. Let's call it A, B, and C. Remember, our points are capital letters. And we need a capital scripted letter, so let's call this, I'm going to do a nice little fancy K, okay? So now we have 2 ways to name this. This could either be plane, and we use this little symbol for plane, A, B, C, or we can use this K. We'll call this plane K, okay? Oh, and I forgot the line L there. This is line L, plane K. Okay, so here, let's do a little practice on this. Let's do a little drawing, okay? First, we want to draw points A, B, and C. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, done and done. Do that for yourselves. The second thing is to draw a line DC, and this right here also tells us that's a line. So what we're going to do is take out your ruler. I got my cool little tool, and we're going to just draw it right there. and we put a D over mya, and a C over mya. Remember, it needs these 2 points so we can name it. Draw plane GHF below. Okay, so let's draw a nice little plane. What do you think? All right, let's take our shapes out. We'll go our shape over mya. Okay, and let's draw one of these. Okay. Now we need 3 points on it. 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to call it G, H, and F. Beautiful. Draw a line M below. Okay. Well, we don't know the points on this, but we know we have a line, and we know we have a little lowercase m. Okay. Done. That's line M. And finally, what are 4 ways to name the line to the right? Now, the 4 ways to do this are this. We know that we can name a line by using any 2 points on it. So we could pick any 2 points. It doesn't matter the order. This could be AB. This could be BC. This could be AC. And these could be reversed. It doesn't matter what order you put these in. Okay? And it could also be K. Now, we're not done. Okay? Nice little lowercase k. Because you can't write, it doesn't say line unless it has these nice little lines on top, okay? So remember, you have to draw the lines with little arrows over it. So this tells me that it's line AB, line BC, and line AC, okay? Moving along, 3 more vocabulary words: collinear, coplanar, and intersecting. Collinear are 2 or more points on the same line. Okay, there are 2 or more points that are on the same line. The way to think of this is think co-pilot when there's 2 of something, and the word line. So it's collinear, okay, or collinear, meaning 2 or more points on the same line. So let me see this. An example of this would be if I have, let's just draw these points. 1, 2, and 3. Now, to find out if these are collinear or not, I got to see if I could draw a line through them. So let's see if I can draw a line that goes through all 3 of these points. Yes. So I would say that A, B, and C are collinear. Now let's do a non-example. All right, so I'm going to draw 2 nice little points and 1 over here. Can I draw a line that goes through all 3 of these? Oh. Hold on. Oh, what is going on here? All right, let's try to draw this line. Okay, I get 2, I could get 2, but there's no way to get 3. So these are 3 non-collinear points, okay? These are non-collinear. Didn't make the cut, guys. A, B, and C in this case are not collinear. Coplanar are 2 points that are on the same plane, okay? And that, once again, makes sense. Co, meaning with, right? Like co-pilots, and plane, okay? Those are the roots words, okay? That's coplanar, and that's collinear. So, let's take an example of this again. First, let's just start with a plane, all right? We'll draw a nice little plane again. Okay, let's draw a plane. I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here, just to set that up. All right. Coplanar would look like this. Look, we got 2 points. They're on the same plane. A and B are coplanar. A non-example would be this: A and B not on the same plane, so they're not coplanar. Intersecting, that's when 2 lines have 1 or more points in common, okay? So if 2 lines have 1 or more points in common, they're intersecting. Well, let's take a look. Here's a line, and here's a line. And if you look right over here, there's a point, and it intersects at point A. So that's intersecting. These are 2 lines that have 1 or more points in common. They both have point A in them. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there. Now, let's take a look at these lines. Boom and boom. No points of intersection. So these would not be intersecting. And a little bonus point, what would we call these? Parallel. It's a little review for you, right? These are parallel lines. They never intersect. Might come in handy later, guys. All right, let's get into it. Let's do a little practice right now. We want to name 3 collinear points. Well, let's look for 3 points in the same line. B, C, and D. Those are on the same line. So we'll do B, C, and D. Those are 3 collinear points on the same line. Now we want 4 coplanar points. So any 4 points that are on this plane right here. So let's see, we got an A, we got a B, we got a C, and we got a D. So these are 4 coplanar on the same plane. Name 2 non-collinear points. Any 2 points here that are not on the same line. Well, let me see. B and E. Now, you know what, let's say A. B and A are not on the same line, right? Also B and E, not on the same line. Name 2 non-coplanar points. Well, let's see, we got these all on the plane and this not on the plane. So we could pick any of these. Let's pick C and E, which is not on the same plane as these. And name a point where 2 lines intersect. Well, we got line here and we got a line here. Those are our 2 lines, and they have this point in common. So we'd say D is where they intersect. All right, final 3 definitions for you guys to know. These are the basics of geometry for us to start talking in geometry language. Now, a line segment consists of 2 endpoints, okay? 2 endpoints. All right, it's a line with 2 endpoints, and it does not go on forever. So it's different, okay? It's not like a line, just a regular line that goes on forever. It actually has a definite length, all right? So it starts here and it ends here, all right? So we'd say A and B. Now, the way we name it is different than how we name a line, right? The way we do it is this. We would say this is AB. Oh, what? Hold on. This is AB, okay? But instead of drawing the line with the arrows, we just do this. Done. That tells me, this right here tells me it's a line segment and not a line that goes on forever. So if I just looked, if you ignored all this and I read this right here, if I just look at this, that just tells me it's line segment AB. Now, array consists of 1 endpoint, okay? Array consists of 1 endpoint and extends in 1 direction forever. 1 direction. Think the band, all right? It goes in 1 direction forever. An example? Like this, array. Now, the way you might have heard of it is like array like the sun. So like, let's imagine a sun right here. You don't have to draw that. And a sun has rays coming in. So it starts at the sun and it goes out from there. That's array. Once again, we name it like this. Let's draw. We got A and B. And so the way we name this is, once again, we got A and B. But this one has an endpoint, and then we draw the line because it goes in 1 direction forever and ever and ever and ever. All right, in opposite rays, they share a common endpoint, okay? They have a common endpoint. They have the same endpoint, and they extend in opposite directions on the same line, okay? What do I mean by that? Well, this is what a ray looks like. Let's draw an opposite pair of rays. You got one that goes this way, right? And then another one with the same endpoint. So we're going to start from there again. And it's just going to start right here and just go in the opposite direction. What's that look like? Yeah, a line. So this would be considered opposite rays, okay? So once again, we got to name these A, B, and C. So for this, I would say B, C, and we got to draw this. BC, and we got our little ray, and BA, right, are opposite rays. All right, let's get done with our practice. Name 4 points. Easy. Pick any 4 points on here. A, B, C, and D. Comma, comma, comma. Name 1 line segment. Well, these all go on forever, so it can't be this because it has an arrow. It can't be this because it has an arrow. But this is a line segment, so we would call this B, D, and we put the line because that's how we name it. Name 3 rays, okay? It has to have an endpoint and go in 1 direction forever. So BA, right over Mia, goes on forever. BA. We could say BC, BC, I remember we labeled this correctly, and also BE. All right? Name a pair of opposite rays. Well, that's when they have a common endpoint. So we got B as the common endpoint, and they go in opposite directions. So BA, that's 1 ray. right? Going this way. And the other way is going this way. So it's B, C. And name the line in 3 ways. Well, let's see. This isn't the line, that's the line segment. This isn't the line, that's the ray. This is the line. So let's name it in 3 ways. It could be AB, it could be BC, and it could be AC. And don't forget to draw the lines with the arrows to say that goes on forever. All right, guys, that's it. Remember, be good people, help old people cross the street, and always, always look someone in the eye when you shake their hand. It's just good manners.